Hi everyone, welcome to Vizlib Appy Hour. This is the show where we make your data talk, and today we have an extra special episode, and I'm joined here today with Joe Warmington. Hi Joe.
Hey everybody. Hey Jane, how are you?
I'm doing well, how are you?
Great.
And
I'm
I
in
don't want to...
Wisconsin again. We talked about that, I think, a little bit ago, and I was thinking about this now that you're in Berlin, right? We are actually, I think we have a really large population of Germans in Wisconsin, like all over. There's Bavarian influences everywhere. So I'm wondering, like, we're probably eating, or we have the ability to eat very similar food and drink similar drinks over here. There's lots of krauts and sausages and schnitzels and things available in Wisconsin. And I bet you're like, well, you're Berlin, so you got everything available to you. But how are you liking it over there?
It's pretty good. We have kebabs, which are huge here.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've had them. They're delicious. It's like, I don't even know how to describe them. And it's better here than anywhere else I've been. And I didn't believe them until I tried them here. And I was like, it's fresher. It's just fresher here. And I'm interested to see what you have to drink today. And I have something special.
Yeah, maybe we should let people know, well, they already know from the title, but our extra special episode, right? It's all about data flying through mountains. It's going to be cloudy, data clouds. I'm getting it. It's all about data lakes, data oceans,
data sunsets,
data beaches,
data waves.
Oh, data waves, nice.
Data mountains,
data vacations.
Yeah,
all kinds of things. They're inventing entirely new categories. It's all about QlikWorld today. So you and I attended it last week, and we're visiting sessions, taking notes and things like that. So we want to share that. But I brought, and I have no idea. Oh yeah, I brought a green drink in honor of Qlik and the green, but it's not coming through, and it's a ginger beer. They're really spicy. I don't know if you had it. It's not alcoholic. I might have had it on the show before, actually.
Ginger beer. I think you've had it once or twice.
Early on.
I've got something special. It's I'm in Berlin, and it's a green beer, but it's like no % alcohol. I don't know what they mixed it with, but it's actually green. I poured it out so everyone can see.
Oh my gosh.
It's a bright green beer. It doesn't smell great. I don't know what they mixed it with. If anyone is German and can translate, it says Weiss Walder or something.
I think that's
Waldermeister.
Weiss beers, but I don't know what makes it green other than dye. We have that for like St. Patty's Day. There's green beer. Adrian's just laughing. People are saying, hey guys, I don't even know who this is. LinkedIn user, hi. German food, Qlik, Vizlib, awesome. I don't know, we're not getting any entries in and why it's green. And maybe it is whatever makes it smell. Did you say it's minty too?
Maybe, but I have very weird taste and thing. I'll say something tastes some way, and people will be like, what's wrong with your taste buds? It's sweet. Toilet wasser.
Somebody might really like that, so I don't want to call that hate. That's great. Okay, so we have lots in store for today. We grabbed all of these different things to make sure we can cover as much ground as we can on QlikWorld. I think there were 77 sessions I could see in the search. Lots of keynotes, which were really cool over different days, over 3 days. And I don't know about Eugene, but I got asked, like, what was the biggest thing you saw? What's the biggest innovation? It's like asking people, what did you watch as well? And we all watched different things. So it was cool to see a lot of people in there. We'll cover some of that, but we also want to do some giveaways this time. So we started doing that recently. And in the chat, just say hi. One, it'd be good to know, who's online so we can say hi and see some familiar faces, but you can type in QlikWorld, #QlikWorld, and we'll have a giveaway halfway through. Oh, that's funny. But I want to keep this on the screen as notes are coming through so that everybody has a chance to win. It's going to be Vizlib merchandise from our new merch shop. We'll probably do, what, 2 drawings at least?
Yes.
Yeah, perfect. So QlikWorld, we'll bring that up on the screen. In Brazil, green cabbage to make it green. Cabbage and beer. I don't know about that. I've never had it.
Could be, yeah.
Great. Folks are typing in QlikWorld. I see that there. Thanks, David. Thanks, Jamesh. Yohem's online again. Always good to see you. Shanna. Perfect. Okay, it's working. We're live for sure. So let's do we forget any other logistics stuff that we wanted to cover, Jane?
No, we can just keep the type QlikWorld on the screen so everyone can see if you want to enter.
Perfect. Actually, I think I might have a banner for it too. That's this one instead. Can you figure out where that other one was? Oh, it's a comment. Yeah. So that'll scroll, remind people. Not a lot of slides, but this is probably the best format because there was so much to cover. We'll have some video clips too. But QlikWorld, for folks that don't know what it is to work at Qlik. We used to call it connections. It was a great way to get people together, see sessions, learn from others, take some training. But the networking was the big element of it. And I think everybody was pretty bummed again when it, it had to go virtual. But I was ready for the Denver trip. I don't know if we were talking about it, Jane, right? Like you're like, I'm not sure if I can make it back over for it. So you got to probably see more of it because it was virtual, right?
Yeah, I think if it wasn't Denver, I wouldn't have been able to go. So yes. I'm happy it was virtual.
Yeah, a lot more people I think were able to attend it then. But I definitely miss out on the networking part of it. So just a reminder, we'll show this. This is the type of stuff we'll give you a voucher for if you happen to win the sweepstakes. I feel like we're just like giving away stuff left and right, which is fun. So you can wear things like this nice Vizlib. I don't even think you can see the design. That doesn't help at all. I'm just in a little box, but Vizlib Nike sport shirt. I love this thing. The rubber ducky is hilarious.
I love the socks. If anyone wins, I highly recommend getting the socks.
They are pretty good. I haven't had to wear socks. This is the first time I was going to wear it was going to QlikWorld. Like I'm wearing business socks again. So hopefully we can help you out. But we saw the Global Transformation Award winners announced at QlikWorld. Great to see what these folks are doing. Some really big initiatives around the world from AMREF Health Africa, Tata Consulting Services engaged together. And then we had a couple of customers too, Mayborn Group, which there might be a few folks on the line that are watching here too from Mayborn Group that are legends that are on the line, and Siemens as well, and Leroy Merlin. Raphael there has been, I think, a Qlik luminary for many years as well, always doing great stuff out of that company out of Brazil. So congratulations. You can learn more about like what their actual things were. We were just going to be like 200 slides of photos and screenshots if we shared everything. So just really wanted to congratulate people. You want to talk about this one, Jane?
Yeah, we've got a really cool, so Qlik has a really cool academic program. And when I was at Qlik, I remember helping out and just seeing what they do. They put a big focus on data literacy, and they love doing datathons and getting young people into data. And the winners are actually with a company that's using Vizlib as well. And here's a funny story. When I saw the name of the original company, I pronounced it Atonse, but it's actually at once. And the winning group, they're called at twice. But in honor of Atonse, I'll call them at Twise.
At Twise. Oh, nice. I hope we get to see their output, right? Like there were only a few screenshots, and I think that they're going to be able to publish what they built around these things.
Yeah, I hope so. And if anyone wants to come on from a Twise, let us know. We'd love to, play around with your app, see what you guys have. It's really cool.
And we'll give you some free Vizlib licenses too. I think we hooked up the last year's winners. Angelica is on the line, one of the students she worked with out of the Netherlands won. And so, yeah, the academic program's awesome. If you're not familiar with that too, like a university students and professors can get Qlik for free and put it into the curriculum. You get all the licenses, access to the QCC, which is really nice, all the training, education, completely free for students. I think it's up to a year, but you can renew it, is always what I had heard. So if you're, just a freshman or a sophomore, you can have 4 years of all of this great stuff and stay cutting edge. So it's really cool. Love supporting these guys and the efforts they have there. And then we had, we were like frantically scribbling, checking with other people, just making sure, yeah, they are a customer, right? And other ones, like clearly we knew it. So we had to just check on a few, but we had a really good turnout of clients that we work with that were presenting at QlikWorld. And I jokingly call out Qlik as well, because they're one of my favorite customers of Vizlib. We might not know it, and then maybe people at Qlik don't even know it, but there are teams that are using Vizlib quite a bit internally. And then in the red, we have, actually, what color do you call that, Jane? The partner's color?
I'd call it pink,
It's
but
pink.
I would also call the top color purple.
Oh, man. Okay, Vizlib blue, and I think it's hot pink. I looked it up once because it's brighter than just like the pastel-like pink, but it's jumping out my screen as quite red. I don't know. We're going to have a color debate again. I'm not sure if we're ready for that, but we had a lot of partners, no less, as well. And you were saying a few had extra parties, right? Oop, did I lose you? Or am I lost? Okay, well, just in case it's Jane that's lost, I'll keep going and maybe my screen will catch up. But I know IPC had a session. They had a big watch party, Ginkgo as well, and Climber had a session just the other day with Vizlib as well. Jane, are you still there? There. Oh, yeah. Okay, it was Jane. It wasn't me. She'll jump back in here. So sorry about that. While she's going, I'll just cover what I thought was one of the coolest stories that came out of left field, and that was DataNomex was using Qlik, and they had built these applications for the government of Kazakhstan to prevent losses in procuring all kinds of things in the government through, and they were helping to identify overpriced items, identify risky tenders, contracts, the things you're seeing on the screen there. And they have all the data, but they also use writeback, I think, really interestingly, to mark and flag things for review, to assign them to the auditors. And they hyperlink out to automated documents that can generate all of that information, put it in a document, ready for them to file and send down. Thank you, Liron. I am okay. It just worried me for a second. There we go.
I'm back. I'm so sorry.
It made me go crazy a little bit, and then Liron was like, "Hey, you're okay," but you froze. It wasn't me. I was like, "Oh no, it's me. I'm just going to keep going." So, yeah, this is a really cool app. Vitali and Alexander, I tagged them in a post as well. I'm not sure if it's in the LinkedIn still, but there's a link to this. You can watch the little video of this app run and how they use it. And super crazy, results there, saving taxpayers really $86 million. So there's some great stuff data can do through the government side as well. You want to talk through this one, Jane? I think you're back on, yeah.
So this one, it's kind of a roadmap of what Qlik has been doing through the past, few years, and now we're focusing on the purple. And this year, some of the big announcements that they had was direct query, AutoML, data transformation, iPaaS gateway, data gateway, and the FedRAMP. And looking forward in the future, we have more cool things. Ooh, I don't think people can hear me.
No, I can hear you fine.
Okay.
We can't hear her. That's interesting. Did our audio go bad? I think they might be catching up. So let me just post a thing. Refresh LinkedIn page, just in case. I find that that's necessary. They were throw it on Twitch as well.
Yeah, sorry.
Have we seen anybody pop in from Twitch yet? If you're on Twitch, say hi or throw an emote or something out there. I don't have that open on another screen right now. Okay, Josh says we're good. Yeah, you covered it. I think it's those last two columns one that they showed really early on in QlikWorld and had different sessions on. So it'd be great to hear from folks what they think was the biggest announcement, and we'll go through these one by one. So AutoML, this is the machine learning, the acquisition partnership that they did with Big Squid a while back. I don't know if it's a year now, but integrated in the platform. They were showing it off, and that was to me a pretty cool one. Direct query, which was something new that they introduced that allows Qlik SaaS to connect to some SQL databases and hook the charts directly to a query. The data transformation service was something that they announced that was really big, of taking on-prem data, transforming it, cataloging it all at once, and making it available for analytics, the analytics readiness stuff. Pretty cool things going on there. And then advanced enterprise reporting. Reporting is always something like I thought we were trying to get further away from, but it's still very much necessary in analytics. So to have more control over this is what they're going for there. And I think this isn't like Imprinting 2.0. This is a brand new interface for reporting in Qlik SaaS. Or maybe it was something else that you saw. Leave us in the comments, leave a note in the comment, but we want you to use these numbers on your keyboard and just type in what you think was Qlik's biggest innovation that they announced at QlikWorld last week. Might have a banner, so vote in the chat. And that's all you got to do. We'll watch as things are coming through. And I'm going to vote out there just to make sure it comes through as well. I'm going to vote 5, not skew anything.
I think
5 pop in there?
Yes, I do. I have got a vote too. It's one of these, but I'll wait until we get more votes in before.
And I know there's like the audio delay and 7-second media delay that LinkedIn has. I think YouTube might be a little bit closer, but yeah, we're starting to get votes in. Couple of 1s for advanced enterprise reporting. Let's keep voting. I'm really curious what people thought was the biggest thing. And I think, I don't know, Jane, if you'd watched like anything was like brand new, like it was the biggest unveiling. I don't think any of these were like, they've touched on these because they've been releasing updates and talking about this stuff for a while. But did you note, if anything, they were like, we've never shown this before. This is the first time.
Like in the BI sphere, the first time anyone in the BI sphere is doing something.
Well, just Qlik just to take off the the curtains from something there. I don't know if any of them, like AutoML is probably that, but it also came from the Big Squid acquisition.
Yeah.
But to have a product that quickly is really cool.
Agree. I also feel like Qlik has always had kind of predictive analytics, and this is kind of just going from that.
Well, maybe we should show a clip of that. And I like this. Kaushik, it's a perfect response. It's just all of them, and they're all big announcements. They're probably good for everybody at different levels. I think if I look through what I see in there, through the votes that were coming in from all the channels, number 1 currently has all the votes. And let's actually play the clip, because I think that might illuminate this. If people didn't see the session that Elif did, she's the VP of Innovation and Design over there. I think I got that right. R&D lead. Like, she's the big guns over at Qlik. Would work with her for years. She's actually based in Wisconsin too. She's not that far away from where I am currently, unless she's traveling somewhere. But let's look at what she showed at QlikWorld, and maybe this will change your mind on the biggest innovation.
Now, let's take a look. What you see on the screen is ServiceNow Business Application. As a customer success manager, this is the business application that I use every day to understand the open cases, the case priorities, and the case histories. But what I love about this experience, right in ServiceNow, thanks to Qlik AutoML API, I am able to get predictive insights, like the churn prediction. For example, right now, the churn prediction for all of my customers is 4%. On the right, I also get this awesome visualization thanks to Qlik Active Intelligence platform, where I can see the distribution of churn for each of my customers. Right now, there are 298 customers with a high probability to churn. Now I have these predictive insights. I would like to take some actions. But for me to be able to take actions, I need to know the key drivers, the key factors affecting my customers to behave in this way. Well, again, thanks to Qlik Active Intelligence platform and APIs, I can get that insight as well, right in ServiceNow. Here, I see the main drivers that are affecting my customers' churn behavior. For example, plan type and base fee are the top two key drivers. On the right, I can also see the average influence of each of these key drivers for churn risk. Now that I have those insights, I actually would like to drill down more at the account level and see what's going on for each of my customers. Here on this table, I see the predictive churn by customer. And as you can notice, the system has actually highlighted two of my customers. These are the customers that have high predictive probability to churn. And the system is suggesting me to take some actions to run simulations because it thinks that there is a possibility to decrease the churn. Of course, I'm going to take that action, and let's click on it. Now here in this view, within the same ServiceNow experience, I see the 36% churn probability for this customer. And more importantly, not only that I see the key drivers, but actual data values where I need to make sure that this customer is on a red plan with a base fee of $28.
There we go. That was Elif with a preview, a really cool walkthrough of AutoML in Qlik SaaS. I think like after I saw that, I was thinking like what was the biggest thing I saw? And then after I watched that, I was like, whoa, this is a good one. Like all the data, the machine learning, super simple, straightforward. I didn't see any models like anybody needed to code because that's the AutoML side. And it pulled it into a super slick interface embedded in ServiceNow in the help desk solution. Like lights out. It just looks awesome.
Yeah.
So I think if I could change my vote, I'm going to go for one as well. That's just mine. But I was curious did anybody put anything else like that they saw? And I had heard this and I was hoping somebody would say there was a different experience for creating Qlik Sense apps. It's a new authoring experience. Did anybody catch that? The driver did. That was myself. And so I have a clip of that one too, but maybe we'll remind people that you can vote type in QlikWorld to win some merch. And I'm just keeping track of it. How many are we collecting now? A good number of entries on QlikWorld Insights. Yep. And we want to make sure people have a chance there. So type in #QlikWorld so you can win some Vizlib merch.
Yeah, and our store is open. Do you know what the link is if anyone just wants to go and check it out in their own time?
I'll type it in the other screen here, merch.vizlib.com. And yeah, well, we can take people there in a little bit too. But I want to make sure we didn't miss any of the chats there. Do you want to take people through the next one, Jane?
Yeah, we've got another question. What would have been the most shocking news that Qlik would have released? Number one is Qlik going public. As you guys know, Qlik used to be public, not anymore. Would it be shocking if they went public again? And the second one, new AR and VR capabilities for Qlik Sense. We actually have a Vizlib legend here, Yohem. He does some cool things with and Robert Spevbeck. I think they kind of work
together.
Yeah, I've seen some like posts and it looks really cool. What if Vizlib just what if Qlik just went into this 100%? That would be quite shocking. And if you guys know that the Qlik, they have a Luminary program similar to Vizlib's Legends program, and they released some footwear, which are just nice white, clean shoes with the Qlik logo. They looked really slick and clean. What if they just went into that full time? How shocking would that be? New Qlik shoes. And what if Vizlib acquired Qlik?
Yeah, we kind of flipped that one. People always ask, when's Qlik going to acquire Vizlib? And then I'll reply, well, when do you think Vizlib should acquire Qlik?
Yeah.
We'll get there one day.
Or just something else. I had something that would have been funny is Qlik's really known for their white, gray, and green. And what if they changed their colors to orange or something?
Yeah, that would have been actually very shocking. That's a good one.
That would have been mine.
I'm going to use that one. E. Changed their colors to green, white, and gray. Shocking. Yeah. I'll tag you so you know. That's not my idea, but I'll put it in there as Jane's idea. There. It could be E. They changed the colors. Yeah, we got people. So vote with these this time so we can add up the votes A, B, C, D, or E, and leave a thing in there. We're getting some votes in, so that's good. I think I'm watching on a separate screen too, Jane. Like there's a way more of a delay today than for whatever reason. Mm-hmm. So we'll give them a little bit of time before we move off, talk through. Yeah, the AR/VR one is actually, they've done some stuff there. Todd Margolis, who's runs the R&D lab at Qlik, has had like VR goggles before, and before that Magic Leap and these different things, and Microsoft HoloLens, and even a thing out of, you remember Minority Report? Tom Cruise like used his hands to move the screens around, and Todd had something like that one year at Connections, the name of QlikWorld before. He was on the screen, had these cool goggles on, and was just moving his hands all around, and everything, charts were flying left and right, and it was on this enormous screen, and he went like this, and all the charts like spread out and were like fully formatted. It was awesome. And I'm like, ooh, I need that. I don't know if we have a big enough screen for it, but it was a super cool display, and I still think about it. That was a big announcement.
That would be cool. I don't know what they would use it.
Get into it. Yeah, that'd be really cool.
It would be hard to use in a business setting, because then everyone would just need their own goggles.
I think we'll get to a time where everybody's like, they're either just at their desk and their desk is completely empty, no monitor, no keyboard, no mouse, but they're just like using their hands and typing on an imaginary keyboard, sitting somewhere in a room. But it feels like, I don't know if you've played around with that. It's pretty funny. And it's getting close. The audio is the thing that gets me, because it's spatial audio. So it knows like, oh, Jane is sitting across the room from you. And if I turn my head and I look at somebody else, you'll only be in that ear. Wow. And as I go over here, I walk away from you, your voice gets softer. And that's where I think it connected something else. Like the visuals weren't that great for like seeing the other avatar is very cartoony, but the audio was like, that's what made it real.
Oh, that would be perfect.
We'll get there at some point. I want to try it at Vizlib.
Yeah. Especially for remote workers.
Or whatever. Oh, now it's Meta, but yeah. So a bunch of votes come in. Are you seeing?
I'm seeing a lot of D's.
D.
And some C's, some footwear.
Nobody said A, and I think when I put that on there, that was like what people maybe were expecting, because there was that formal announcement that Qlik intends to go public again. But then, of course, the market is just really crazy right now. So probably a good call not to go right now, but I have no idea. What is this? Ultra Qlik. That sounds awesome. I don't know what it is. Power Qlik. I don't know if they'll go for that one. That would have been a different acquisition, right?
Yeah.
C and D. Yeah. What, we got asked this too, like, what are the legends going to get? And I know you have a preview of this. We're not sending shoes, but it did create quite a stir. It was like, ooh, Qlik's doing shoes for luminaries.
Yeah, we don't have shoes, but we have.
Where do you go next?
We've got the Legends box is where you go next. We've got some really cool things in store coming your way.
Yeah, but we'll surprise. We'll have a special unveiling, right, at some point. So it's being worked on, but we're listening and paying attention. So if you have ideas for that too. Oh man, this is just I know companies that use all of these. Of course, there's many that have all the tools, Kaushik, but to combine them all in one, that's a Frankenstein's monster there.
Yeah.
People like that one. All right. I think we got a good vote. It looks like D's coming in as the winner. That would have been the most shocking thing had it been announced. I agree. And we have that ticker again. I want to double check what I get. I have 17 people that have typed in QlikWorld so far. So you have a pretty good chance of winning. And should we just do a drawing now?
Yeah.
Before we do the next vote? Yeah. Let's see here. I have to share the tab. And I might lose something on my screen real quick here. Do you see draw?
Yes, I do. It's in. We've got 17 entries.
17. So let's do this first one. Vizlib employees are ineligible for the awards, just in case. Oh my gosh, I thought it was going to be me. Congrats, Sam. It like sat on me for. Are you floating on a pool? Or is it ice? It looks so warm on that picture, but awesome. Somebody from the YouTube. It's funny because we can tell we have more people watching on LinkedIn than we do on YouTube, but that's cool. There's no that's how we know it's really random. So congrats, Sam. I'm going to take a quick screen grab so we don't forget that. Save it in my documents. Perfect. Back to StreamYard. Nice. So you know it's real. Sam will get back to you and get your contact information so we can send you over a voucher to go on a shopping spree on the merch website. Nice. You want me to take this one, or do you want to tag team this one, Jane?
Yeah, we can tag team this one. This one's what do you think is next in BI and business intelligence? Well, we saw that machine learning is getting big, but I was thinking maybe artificial intelligence to find trends. So instead of having to build dashboards and needing a human to go and look through things, if artificial intelligence can kind of do that for you, I think it would make BI developers obsolete, which would be bad news for me.
Business, like me and you, like what are we going to do? We're going to have to become like legitimate streamers then.
Yeah.
Get sponsors. Okay, that's a good one. I put in PDF reporting because I kind of think it's funny that things go in cycles. Trends like bell-bottom pants came back in, and now 80s like bright colors. So maybe like PDF reporting is going to be big in analytics in the next little while. Everybody still wants it, needs it. And interestingly, like advanced report authoring from Qlik and the Qlik automation, application automation side of things got a lot of attention. That I was being silly with it, but maybe it is like the next big thing is like an incredible reports that get generated and sent to everybody so you know what you need. So that's B.
Got C, data literacy for all. We know that Qlik, they're doing a lot with data literacy, but as this world develops, I feel like it's harder and harder to get away from data. And surprisingly, it's not, I think because we work in data, it's easy for us to look at some things and say, okay, yeah, a bar graph would be perfect for this, or how to read X, Y, and Z, but I don't think that everybody has that knowledge. And I think what's next might just be a huge focus on data literacy and making sure everybody knows how to read data, how to interpret data, and how to use it, because there's no escaping data.
That's a cool one. And I know Angelica's was somewhere in the chat. I think she's watching too. She talks about this all the time, right? We've worked with her quite a bit on it. She wants to get like the technology to do this as well. Like, it's not like, oh, here's the tool and here's this data literacy program off on the side. Like, just integrate the things so you're learning about the data and bar charts suggesting, but also describing why you want to do this. And maybe it would be awesome if you put a pie chart on the screen and it goes like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You know how TikTok, when you're scrolling through videos, it's like, hey, you've been scrolling for too long. It goes, are you sure you want to use a pie chart? A better chart would be a bar chart, and build that in and have some fun with it, because some of these lots of tools are really overwhelming, and you can do good and bad things.
Yeah.
They never tell you like what's good or bad.
Yeah, I also think people don't realize that data collection is so important as well. And I think that's part of data literacy, knowing what you need to look at and what you need to collect. It's the step before you even put anything on the screen.
Yeah, definitely. Embedding is huge. I think, when Elif showed that one of putting the data and the actions and everything inside of the application people are using, ServiceNow, inside of the CRM, inside of your help desk ticket system, like where people are doing their work. I definitely think that's big. I don't know if it's the next thing. It's kind of always been there, a sub-thread, but maybe we'll see like huge investments in that across everybody, because you don't want to have to go to another tab in your browser to get your data. Maybe it's just right there, just like the data literacy thing for all. It's like just part of it. Or it's 5, or sorry, E, some other one. So we'll leave this on the screen. As I'm watching the other one, it's still quite related. So I want to talk about any of these. I see in the chat, I'm pretty sure this is Angelica, data literacy for all. Who else is going to woohoo that stuff?
Looking at LinkedIn, it is Angelica.
Okay, and she said, yep, I am. So I'm pretty sure that's it. Dave Elliott's data literacy for all. Yes. The legend from Mayborn Group. And won the awards as well at QlikWorld. So awesome to see you, Dave. Has to be C. Yeah, good votes for that one.
I do think AutoML, just going back to our first votes, I think it is really interesting. And nowadays, I'm currently doing a course in big data, and you can't get away from machine learning. I think companies are all moving towards that. So just having that embedded in your software, I think it changes things. And also not having to code is revolutionary, because right now, you have to write Python and you got to learn so many languages, but just having that on your fingertips, I really think that would be next. And I think more people might be doing that.
Yeah. And like Bruno, we don't talk about Tableau, but I actually watched some of Tableau's conference as well, and they were very big on AutoML as well. So there's a shift. I think there's a momentum there. And it's interesting to see how everybody's kind of tackling this in different ways. But that demo from Elif, if you haven't, we played a little earlier, you can go back and watch it or find it in the QlikWorld sessions. That thing is slick. I could see us using that in a variety of things at Vizlib, embedded in our CRM, inside of our marketing system, inside of our help desk ticket system, to really help out and figure out, this customer is struggling. A bunch of people opened up tickets, but the technology is telling us that, versus just taking tickets one by one, those type of things. It was really slick.
Yeah.
Another one.
We've got a comment saying real time. Is that direct query? Is that related to like direct query?
It's, I don't know, Johan, if you have ideas, like real time can mean so many things, I think, too. It'd be like a real-time monitor on like a patient could be like their heart rate as it's going, and then it flatlines. That's real-time data, how it's used. And it doesn't mean like there's a system constantly querying it either. Could be though. Or IoT devices like sensors and stuff. That's what I think real-time. Like you wouldn't want be a PDF report if you are the Red Bull team in F1, which I learned so much more about because we built those dashboards. You don't want a PDF report to tell you, how much faster you should take that corner. You need real-time data flowing in and somebody telling you, next gear, hit it, go. I don't know what they do, but it's definitely not a PDF report for that type of stuff.
No, but I don't think companies will move away from PDF reporting. Not just PDF like on paper, but also in emails and whatnot. It's hard to send people entire dashboards and say, go figure out what I'm talking about from this dashboard.
Yeah, that's important, right? That's the data literacy for all. Like if I send you something, whose burden is it now? Is it on you to figure out what I meant for you to get out of it? Or should I have used better titles, made the colors really make certain things pop out, not like just a colorful dashboard because we can. So I love that, data literacy for all. That would be my vote. I'll throw it in just so we can make sure it's coming through still.
Yeah. And I do think AutoML is kind of included in data literacy for all because it's making machine learning easier for everybody.
Describing it.
Yeah.
What are the drivers of those things? So, yep. Cool. Okay. It looks like we did some ultra convincing there. We talked about data literacy so much that I think C ends up winning, but actually A's got a bunch in there too. A and C.
I hope A doesn't come for a long time.
Please, yeah.
Until I retire.
Well, it's there and it gets thrown out every couple of years, I feel like. Like the robot suggested this thing, and then people go, that wasn't right. You're not suggesting the right stuff. But I think it will be an element. If it helps you out, that's where it's helping you out. Like Clippy used to do in Microsoft Word to suggest things. That's what I really wanted. I think that's what I first said. I'm really hoping they release Clippy for Qlik. There's another one here. I think this was about this, right? E, complex workflows in real time in Vizlib Writeback. Ooh. All right. Sam, we're going to be talking to you more because you won the last giveaway. That's a good one. E and C. I think C ends up winning, though. Nice. All right. We're getting lots of good feedback here. We have a little bit more time and want to, open it up to the audience. Was there anything you wanted to see or that you saw at QlikWorld that you really want to bring up and get feedback from the other folks that are on the line, from us, and hear our view on it? That would be really cool. But also, type in QlikWorld again. If you haven't already, make sure you do. You can type this in wherever you're watching. It works on Twitch. It works on YouTube, as we saw with Sam, and also, of course, LinkedIn. So I put mine in there just so people can see. And, you want to talk about, while we're letting people vote for this stuff too, or put this in, Jane, anything that you have, like how's the second season of Appy Hour shaping up? Now that you have the whole new batch of legends, do you have any of them, in line to be a guest?
Yeah, we do. Next episode, so episode 44, we have Julian Villafuerte. He's coming in, and he's going to be talking about and showing his app, kind of his thought process in building apps. I think we're moving to Appy Hour towards a little bit of data literacy, and I think because, we're talking about how it's so important, and we really don't want to just focus on building out apps, but also the thought process that goes into it. And as I'm in school and I'm just seeing, people and how they kind of approach BI and building out dashboards, it's interesting to see all the different ways people go in and think about things. And I see a lot of bar charts out there, and I want to see how other people, they can transform a dashboard into something more than just bar charts, and you can use other charts and get insights. So we're hoping to bring on legends and any guests who really want to share their method to talk about kind of what they do, how they learn, and how to build a better dashboard.
Nice. Yeah, that's exciting. And it's open up. You don't have to be a legend to join.
Yes.
and participate. We can help take apart or help you build an application, make it better, make your data talk, all that good stuff. Something just reminded me, I didn't show the authoring video. It's really short, but this is the brand new interface that Qlik was showing, in addition to how you can build a QlikSense app. So while people are still typing in, I'm going to play this video, and then right after it's done, we'll do the drawing. Sound good?
So this is a brand new creation experience where we've brought together the ability to create easily and explore data all from one interface. On the left-hand side, I can see all my fields. I can see the data itself along the bottom. And all I need to do is just drag things in that I'm interested in, and charts start appearing for me. And as I do that, the charts can automatically update based on the data that I'm bringing in. Now, I don't have to just do the automatic thing. I can add more charts, and I can choose exactly what I want. So in this case, I want a bar chart, and it prompts me for the correct dimensions and measures I want for a bar chart. I can just need to select those as needed. Now, I'm not limited to just creating in this. It's fully interactive. I can adjust the size of my charts themselves. And as well, I can see the data. And I can see, how much churn I'm having, and I can select on the charts or directly on the data itself and get that full Qlik experience of interactive freeform analytics. I also can bring Insight Advisor in, and it can assist me with my analysis, whether I want to explore specific data by selecting them and having charts generated for me, using natural language to ask and have questions answered, or most recently, I can use analysis types. When there's a specific analysis I'm interested in, I can actually make that analysis. And these can be quite complicated analysis, whether it's relative importance, year-to-date, correlation, and clustering. When I select the analysis type I'm interested in, I'm prompted for the fields that are best fit that type of analysis, and I can just simply select those by clicking on them. And there, in a few clicks, I've created a k-means cluster analysis on a scatter plot, which I will also add to the sheet that we're working on. So there we have 3 visualizations, fully interactive. I can work from this new experience, I can work from the traditional experience, and I also have my full dashboard.
Nice. That was, I threw it in there, Josh Good, who's been at Qlik for a long time, based out of Canada. He may have moved to the States at some point, but I think he's still in Canada, showing the new authoring experience for QlikSense. That was one that I don't think they had on any slides. They didn't say like when this is coming or this is the new thing we're calling it. So I just call it the new authoring experience, as he kind of mentioned there. But it looks super slick. It's kind of like they combined all kinds of different interfaces to give you a different thing. And if folks are familiar, I saw a note up earlier, harkening back to Spiros and the company that he built that was, the technology was acquired and Spiros joined Qlik. And NAR's interface looks, very similar to that new experience. So it's cool to see that. Qlik changing it up in the way you build charts and making it easier is super cool. So I think we got, I want to look at the giveaway again, switch over to that one, type in QlikWorld if you haven't already. We're going to do our second giveaway. We got Sam was our first winner, and we'll draw again. We have a whole new set of people in here. So let's draw. Ooh, oh, nope. Nazira. Nice. All right. It keeps pausing on my name, Jane. It gives me.
Yeah. I saw it pause on Vizlib, and I was like, "Oh."
Awesome. So we got that. I think that's really all we had. I'll look through. Yeah, this is just the last ones. Like, thanks for joining us for Appy Hour today, covering very quickly what we could on all things QlikWorld, and I think we're still going to be digesting it for a while. Like, there's still a lot that was covered, and I earmarked a couple of sessions. Everybody can go back in and still watch it on the website. So keep the conversation going. Let us know. Would love to also work with a few and highlight your story even further. Maybe you want to come on Appy Hour in the future and show the actual app that you were, potentially presented at QlikWorld, or talk about some of those things just off the cuff. So
Yeah.
we would love to have you guys on the show, and we'll see you for the next one, right?
Yeah, perfect. And I also think QlikWorld opens up kind of a dialogue in not only BI, but data in general. So if anyone wants to come on and talk about different topics, we're happy to have you. This is not just, it's not just a Vizlib show. We want to discuss about BI in general and data and different innovations. So we're happy to have you guys on.
And we'll debate blue versus purples nearly every time.
Yeah.
Have some fun with it. That was awesome. Thanks for going to QlikWorld with me, Jane, from across the world, and tag teaming sessions and figuring stuff out. So thank you.
Of course. It was so much fun. And thank you, Qlik, for organizing QlikWorld.
Yeah. Cheers.
Right. Thanks everyone for watching.
Screened out beer here. Ginger beer. It's still early. All right.
It's in the afternoon for me.
Yeah, you're good. You're in Rome. Take care, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. Bye, Al.
See you. Bye, all.